Hey, what's up, Scott Beer of the Imagination Creation Films, and today it is Friday, the 17th of February, 2023, and that means it is time for a live stream. A live stream with me, because it's Friday. My shoulders do that, and it seemed like a good idea. How is everyone doing this afternoon? I hope everyone is doing really, really well. I am doing pretty good myself, but we'll see. We'll see. Feeling weird on the live stream today. I don't know why. I don't know what it would be that would cause me to feel weird. Like maybe it's just a backlog of stuff that I got to do that I feel guilty doing a live stream. But I do them for you. I do them because I care. I care. I'm like a Hallmark card. Young people, that's you used to get like. You know how, like, when your auntie gives you, like, the Amazon gift card and there's a little note? They used to physically be a card with, like, a photo. Usually it's a glossy photo of a sunset on a lake, and it says, in, like, the beautiful script writing is, it's like the way you write, but everything is swoopy. And it would say things like, on this enchanted earth, no one brings more joy and excitement than you. Happy birthday. Something like that, young people. So, indeed. So, who's ready for a live stream? Greg says, me. Hi, Greg. How are you? And then Ollie says, oh, hello. And Jeremy, hello. And really appreciate these really appreciate these Friday evening live streams, Scooter. Buenasera. Buenasera? Is that right? I hope I got that right. Buenasera? What? I don't know. Reach, what's up? Hey, listening on my car ride to Daytona. Are you in the Daytona? You're like driving really fast right now, like 186 miles an hour, and you're making a left turn. You're making another left turn. King Scott in the mix like a bag of tricks. And yeah, the word that came to mind would not be appropriate on YouTube, but I mean, James, hello, James. Happy Friday to you as well. Very well, very good. Art, hello, Art. Monochrome Komodo, or as we like to call it, Komodo Chrome. I think that's kind of cool. I'm glad he's doing that. I wonder how many he's going to end up making. I guess it'll depend on how many people are interested, but if people are interested, go. I mean, the price was pretty reasonable. What was it? $79.99? Is that right? Or 84? I mean, wasn't that much more. And it's extra efficient in the low lights because there's no anti-alias. I wonder if they put the aliasing filters back on, or anti-aliasing filters. That'd be interesting. But yeah, I mean, it'd be kind of fun. You could have some fun with some monochromes. I've always wanted to find I've always wanted to have just enough money to be able to buy a monochrome camera. Because yeah. Ollie says, good morning, Vietnam. Oh, I know. Dork says, hello from Lubbock, Texas. Hello. Let's see. Greg says, I've been begging for one since the beginning. I think pre-launch of the actual. I mean, they made. Let's see. They made helium and monochrome. I'm pretty sure they made dragon and monochrome. Pretty sure, and I think they made Mysterium in monochrome. Greg says monochrome Komodo or V-RAPTOR Super 35. For me, I'm gonna go Super Raptor V35. That's the next Yeah, it's the next camera. No, I'm going to go V-RAPTOR Super 35 because V-RAPTOR. I like the frame rates. I like it, the frame rates a lot. Although I've been shooting something for the last week. Literally, it's been taking forever. I'm getting like 3 shots a day out of it, and it's because I'm recreating something, and there's a lot of set work. So I gotta figure out what they did. I've kind of got it all shot listed out, kind of what they're doing, and then I have to go find props. So I have like tons and tons of props all over the table everywhere. And then I got to rig up lighting to get the shots right. And there's 21 shots in this, and I'm getting about 3 to 4 a day. I did actually get 3 of them shot this morning, though. I was planning on doing more, and then like right after lunch, I was like, I don't feel like the other shots. So I didn't do them. Not yet, anyway. No puppy cam today. The puppy cam is BTSing over there. So you get me and me. That's all you get. I mean, we could have it overhead if we wanted. Ollie says monochrome cams are really cool. Recently shot on the Mini LF monochrome by Airy Rental. Nice. I've seen. Well, I guess I've seen a couple of movies that were shot with those, and they really do look good. I just really like the amount of. I just like the way the sensor reads because it's not having to do any magic. It's just light. Frank says, "Happy Friday, everyone," with his catfish profile. How you doing? Good to see you, Frank. We'll get you a Super Raptor. Yes, S Raptor. We need that Super Raptor. That could be a name, couldn't it? So we got Komodo, we got V-RAPTOR, V-RAPTOR 35, and then Super Raptor. In a world where only the Super Raptor dominates. Super Raptor would be a cool name. It'd have to be a big camera. And someone would call it the Sraptor. What's up? I got my Sraptor. You want to shoot the Sraptor? I guess no one really calls it the Vraptor, but they should. So, what is on with the agenda for everyone? Last week we did not talk about AI, and I definitely want to talk about AI. And just perusing the room here, as I poorly do usually right after a live stream. Be prepared on this channel. There's going to be a slew of reviews coming, like, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's about 10 reviews that are going to be coming out here over the next few weeks. So be prepared for it. Remember, this is not a review channel. I do reviews. I do a lot of reviews, but it's not a review channel, and I don't want it to be that way. So don't think by a bunch of stuff coming out and getting reviewed, this is a review channel only, because it's just that, it's NAB season, so there's lots of stuff that's coming and being announced and all that good stuff. So, Demoiselle, show parabens. Parabens. Multiple. Oh, okay. I think it, yeah. Justin says, NAB camera guesses red Komodo V2 or monochrome camera Sony FX9 V2. Airy non-black magic box from 8K with gen lock and timecode Canon. No $8,000, $10,000 camera for virtual production. My guesses would be you would have no announcements from Red on NAB. You'd probably, if Red was going to make an announcement, they would do it somewhere in between NAB and Cine, but I don't think they would. I think he would just announce it because it's ready when it's ready. Komodo V2, I don't think anytime soon. I just don't. This is my gut telling me that. Sony, I think we're due for an FX9 V2 because there's not really any differentiation. People say there is, but I don't see it. Just depends. I know a lot of people that still shoot with FX9s and they get a lot of work, but it's mostly reality stuff. So I don't know. I feel like they need a more than 4K camera now. FX9 and the FX6, they're really kind of close, even though technically they're not. But I think we'll see something else from Sony as well. Blackmagic, I'm almost certain we're going to see a Pocket 8K, a full 8K, and then a Studio 8K. Almost certain that we would see that. And I think what they're going to go to is the Pocket's going to be limited. The big one's going to have all the frame rates, and then the Studio will be for Studio. And they'll all have 12G SDI. Canon, I think you're going to see a couple of announcements. I don't know if you'll get to see anything. You might see the bigger one. Probably will. I think we're going to get a couple of announcements in the cinema line for NAB. For virtual production, I mean, it could be. I think you're going to see a lot of stuff in the virtual production space, and I kind of wonder where we go from there. Because right now, I mean, I learned a ton about virtual production a couple weeks back, just shooting on one, and it appears that like there's only a couple of manufacturers of the or the light wall panels, and they're all like the same company basically, and so I think we need something there. AIs are getting sued left and right. Well, I think, and that's definitely something I want to chat about on that. We'll definitely go in there. Tomazel Manas, Amazonia, Brazil. Well, welcome. Have you seen the new red PL? I did see it. Great in combination with Raptor, but seems kind of expensive for a Komodo user. Well, it depends. So if you're gonna be slinging big lenses around on Komodo, then a solid PL mount is going to be viable and useful. But again, I think you're going to find that it kind of works together with the electronic ND when that comes out. I think that's where it's going. Ollie says the mount passes iData and can be invaluable for VFX or virtual productions. I want a couple from a Bibi Dragons. Ding. Oh, look, I'm live on YouTube. I didn't know this. Why does it say you're live? I mean, it's literally letting me. I guess there are people that have gone live accidentally. Would love to see an FX9 Mark II so we could finally pull the trigger on one. I mean, the FX9 when it first came out was kind of okay. I felt it was kind of lacking. It felt like almost like an FS7 Mark III, really. I mean, it was new design and new color science, which was nice, but I don't know. I'd like to see it differentiate itself. I mean, there's a huge gap between Venice 2 and the FX9. So I'd like to see it punch up and FX6 Mark II taken where the FX9 is. King says, yes, the red PL mount looks hella solid. Wonder how clean the V&D version will be. I hear good things about the V&D. Well, it's not. It's an electronic V&D, but V&D is going to be tuned to the sensors, so as clean as you can keep it. True. Fingers crossed. Indeed. Ollie says, 100% agree, but makes me wonder why they market towards Komodo. Would buy it too if I own a Raptor, but for my Komodo crash cam setup, it's too expensive to justify. Depends. Run and Gun is the, well, that probably just got me booted off YouTube. Compact package. I mean, I love the variable ND. on my Komodo, which is just the one from Breakthrough here. I love that, and it's that simplicity, keeping it all together, compact, nothing. You just carry a lightweight matte box. There's reasons for variable ND like that, electronic. I'd totally rock it on a Komodo, absolutely. The FX9 V2 is needed because the FX6 is missing a proper audio in-body system as well as gen lock. Yeah, and I think that's where they need to go with it. I think FX6 Mark II needs to take the place of FX9. FX9 needs FX10, maybe FX8. I don't know. You got to do something. Trust me, the FX, the Komodo is a dream to shoot with. Global shutter. Having a global shutter on Komodo makes tracking a bit easier, indeed. Unless you shot what I did, which didn't ever get tracked. Kind of sucked. Tracking roto, the works. Yeah, I shot something for fun while I was out in Arizona, and I was so excited. But I didn't think about the skies were not perfect. It was early in the morning, and I seem to be wearing the same color everything that the road is. And I don't want to manually roto every single thing on this. That's a lot. I was hoping that the auto roto from Light Magic would do it. No, it does not do that because I'm wearing all the same color. Who cares what things cost when you need it? Well, this is true. There's always a cost for buying, and there's a cost for not having. Are the Breakthrough V&D filters available? They are starting to ship, actually. I saw several people had started posting that they started receiving their orders. They finalized it. They got it done, and we're starting to ship out. I saw several pictures. People got it really, really good. So I believe they're shipping fast. I don't think they've gone through all the backlog, but they are definitely working towards it, as I've seen quite a few get out there. Just as I agree with the FX6 V2, however, it really just came back in stock. So they can't do that until next year. Well, they can. I mean, the FX6 is very popular. The question is it still popular? Was it popular because it was unobtainable? I don't know. I mean, there is that kind of works in that favor. I see the FX6 in stock everywhere. I also don't see a whole lot of people buying it now. I do see some. So I feel like the A7S III sensor, which is in all of those cameras, I don't feel like it's long in the tooth. Don't get me wrong, but I feel like it's due. It's I don't think they would sit on it for much longer. Love the global for roto, and that helps. 6K for cleanups, true. C200 Mark II is apparently on the horizon too. Not sure where it fits. It came out. Well, it needs to boost itself. They have too many cameras. The C200, I think the C200 was mismarketed. It should have just been, I don't know, C100, C300, C500, and then the C700. There's too many. Take Noir. I heard the Canon V&D is good enough despite it casting blue at the. I mean, it's okay. I have it. It's okay. The Breakthrough is better. It's much clearer, and there's a couple others out there that are doing really well too. Only celebrity likes. That's not true. It's been so long I forgot. That's not true. More people are getting them, and I'm not a celebrity. I was just beta testing like crazy at the beginning. Bob says, I got my Breakthrough too. Besides a nice VD, it's a solid mount. There you go. So there's another one. Bob got his. So wow, we got a lot of. I didn't think it was going to be a big live stream today. We're cruising right along. Yeah, they're definitely shipping, and they're shipping. Uh, well, well, they're shipping in a larger quantity, much larger quantity than zero. But I mean, they're. I don't think they've ramped up to full production, but I think they've ramped up quite a bit, and they're spitting them out pretty good. James, if I can click on James. Before I picked up the Komodo, I was looking at the FX6 because Komodo wasn't available at the time 2 years ago. This is true. This is true. And you know, FX6 is a good camera. If I didn't have a Komodo and a love for R3D, I would probably be rocking the FX6. It would probably be the closest camera to what would fit my needs. I mean, I would just be giving up RAW. The Miki is way better than the Canon. I'd heard that too. I've not tested the Miki though. Oh, he says, I feel like everyone who wanted an FX6 owned one now and has opted for a different system instead. See, I feel like that the FX6, it's not run its course, but I don't think the demand is quite there anymore. I think they're probably still selling a lot of them. I think it's time. Breakthrough closed their UK store. Oh, well, that stinks. Alan says, hello from Spain. Komodo with EV&D Dream Combo. Well, yeah, it is definitely a competent little package for sure. Tyler says, on top of the blue cast at the end, Canon V&D adapter also has some chromatic aberration that I don't love. They also have the X pattern. You can pull in that X on there. It's okay. It's just not good. It's and the breakthrough is great. The roto the Revolva or whatever that one looks really good too. See, pictures seen. I have seen tests comparing them, and it looks really good too. Why am I getting a stuffy nose? I feel like if I just talk too much, I get a stuffy nose. I thought it was always cigars that was doing it when I do it. Dork says, question. We're shooting a reality with two FX6s and two FX3s and wondering what the going rate for DIT, their gear. Well, it depends on what you're having the DIT do. There are DITs that are basically loaders that are just doing file management for you, and their rates are probably going to be a lot cheaper. And then there are full-blown people who are transcoding on the fly, making multiple copies, spitting it out to multiple places, doing multiple lookup tables to various monitors, and doing the whole package. I mean, the rates are going to be all over the place depending on what you need. Revolve, yeah, been happy with mine, yep. Kipper tie, there we go. So Kipper tie or red. I mean, they both have their place. One's an optical, and one is electronic. I kind of dig the new hotness, so electronic would be probably what I would lean for. And then my screen goes black, as it normally does, because why not? There I am. Greg says red. Each has their merits. Yeah, I mean, there's, yeah, I mean, they both are capable of color cast too, so they both have to work out the issues with that to make them effective. I don't know. Electronic, I don't know. Electronic just sounds cooler. That's probably the only reason, really. other than you would actually have physical stops on electronic, whereas the variables, you're guessing. Tyler says, do you think Red will have a more basic version of the PL to RF mount? I don't think so. I think Red's going to build a premium product and put out that and let everybody else make the more affordable versions. The the sad truth is now that Red's come out with that design, someone's going to copy and make something very similar. You know it's going to happen. Does the Kipper tie transmit data? I don't know. Don't know if it. I'm definitely interested in the Red VND. We'll need to know more about it. Yep, we have to wait for it to come out, which should be any time now. I don't know what the delay is, but it's a delay. We were hoping that it would be sooner, but it's not sooner. Let's see here. James says gaming. Yes, okay. Lucas says, are the filters Kipper tie Red collecting dust inside? Is that an issue? No, they shouldn't. Uh, that the electronic one is removable, so it shouldn't collect dust. In fact, I mean, I prefer having a variable ND in there or even a clear filter because it is a shield against my sensor. I do enjoy that protection. Ali says, Tyler, that's the one out now. It's a basic as Red wants to get. Yeah, that's about right. $, it can seem expensive, but it really is a solid mount. The Kipper tie isn't fully sealed, so the chance dust can work its way in. Well, I think all of them, dust could work their way in, honestly. You just, you got to put your camera in danger sometimes. Don't like that then. I don't like to put my camera in danger. When it gets, during dust storms, everybody called me the biggest weenie because the dust storm was just blowing through and I wouldn't bring my camera out. I was like, no, I don't want that shot. Nope. For affordability and no rear filter ability, the adapters from SimMod are well built. Nice. All the behind the lens V&D solutions aren't fully sealed. Yeah, that's what I thought. The ones from, these feel really solid, but I don't think they're sealed. There's no felt or anything on this is the one from Breakthrough. I don't feel any weather sealing at all, so I don't think you're technically winning there. Phil says, sensor has cover glass right smack in front of it. Then after that, yeah, for sure, there's a stack of anti-aliasing filters and the IR filter and that cover glass, but I don't like cleaning that. I don't like fingerprints on it. I don't like dust on it. So I like the little piece of glass sitting in front of it. It needs to be clean. This is true. It's true. We'd love to have a booster for our helium EF mount. Any good price? Oh, you're talking about speed booster for helium EF? Yeah, I don't know how boosters. I don't know. You wouldn't be able to boost the EF. Someone would have to build one in the mount itself, and I'm not sure there's enough room in there. I don't know if you could do a speed booster on the DSMC 2 or 1. Also, hello, Phil. How are you? Greg says, hi, Phil. It's good to see you. How do you like the mount there, Phil? Phil's got him one of those V-RAPTOR little PL mounts in the front. Ollie says, speaking of V&D, Phil, were any of your other pockets bulging after? That's funny. I did thought I saw some other bulges, but insert your own joke here. Aloha, Gregory. Wow, Phil must be in a remote location. See, thought Kipper Time made one. Really? I mean, you're the speed boosters are adapting one format to another format. I don't know how you could adapt the same format with a speed booster. It would have to go back in the same place. I don't know how you would do that. But who knows? Focus system do you recommend? Depends on your budget. I mean, the Teradek RT is really good for money. I mean, the nucleus, people crap on it all the time. It does work until the nucleus. The PD movie, people seem to like that one lately. I was not a fan of the first version that I had, and I sent it back. I think they've got like 2 or 3 different versions since then, so that's probably better. I mean, Teradek RT is good. Phil says, I tested the mount a few weeks ago. I just ordered 2. But it works great, and I do need the eye data badly. Well, there you go. I remember there was a speed booster that was attached inside a mount. I mean, that's what it would have to be. I just don't know if there's enough room in a DSMC2 mount. I can't because my camera's all mounted up over there. In the Frankenrig version 2.2 now. Yes, 2.2. Anybody noticed cleaner files in ELQ than other? Maybe it should be. I do like ELQ. I don't problem shooting, but I also not say it's bad. I don't know if I guess I am. Let me grab something. I was like, I'm not sure if I'm supposed to share this yet, but I certainly can because, I mean, someone else did. So this is dumb. I'm gonna bring it over anyway because I want to share this. So this is a stupid rig, really what it is. That was not what I wanted to share. It's not this. I wanted to share. Let's just get off of there. Really? Wow. But when I tape something on, I really tape it on. Let me just unscrew it then. This is what I wanted to share. This is you'll when you see it, you'll understand and you'll laugh because I didn't have the option. This is the well, not this part, but it's the power block from Kessler. It's something they're thinking about making. It's a motor with it's got screw on top. I just put the turntable adapter on there because I needed to adapt the center hole. But you get a pulley. You can use arms. It's powerful. You can mount it pretty much anywhere and do all kinds of things with it. And I have been doing all kinds of things with it. And thus, Frankenrig 2.2 is better. But yeah, that's really cool. If y'all are interested, there'll be a video coming out on it soon. But if you're interested, just let them know you are interested in said power block. They may make it happen. Look, I said the other day I was filming a motor cross on sand with Raptor. It felt like Saved by Ryan had a matte box on the Tokina. Nice. Yeah, you definitely want to protect the glass there. ABT used to make one. Interesting. Phil, what are you using for the iData for? Well, he's needing that data so he can for his his flying things and stitching and okay. The nucleus is good if you power it with uh, around 8 volts, right? Nucleus is okay. The new one is coming out, so that'll be the one probably to look at because I'm sure they're going to have fixed many things. Reach says there was a company that made an entire speed booster mount for DSMC2. Really? Okay, I guess I've missed that one. N8B will bring us more follow focus motor solutions for sure. Yes, I agree. Dork says, Reach, that's what I thought. Thanks, Scott. I'll look at the Teradek system. Yep, there's going to be a bunch at NAB. I'm pretty sure about that. So consider that. You can make a focal reducer with the same mount to mount interface with a corrective opt. Oh, that's true. That's true. That makes sense. Much more expensive to make and obviously more complicated, and it will cut your light loss, and it won't. You may actually lose some of the speed boosting. Would you not? Just with the extra elements that you're having to put in there to refocus and refocus. It was expensive, like 4,000. Whoa. Took no more weight. Sick Foodie did a speed booster on helium. Interesting. Looked it up. It's called the ABT Speed Mount EF. Really? Spicy power. It is a spicy power block. It is very heavy and stout. I mean, it's a beast. It's really powerful. You should see what I'm doing with this. And you will. I mean, other than lifting Star-Lord. That was for fun, by the way. The Gemini had a pretty big sensor, to be honest. It's true, it did. It was definitely geared more towards, it was geared to the low light, but geared more for anamorphic shooting. That's so Kessler. Yes, yeah, it is, and it's actually it's a neat design. The this is like the universal puzzle piece. So it's one piece printed 4 times. Well, not printed. This is a machined aluminum, and so you can just stick it together. But it's, I mean, you talk about rugged. He's rugged. And I'm waiting for my inbox to go. You were supposed to show it. Show it. I didn't. I just showed Star-Lord on a string, and he lowers down. For you'll get it. What is it? Dork says, Reach, I remember they were expensive and overseas. Yep. Here's the speed booster for helium. Oh, yeah. The links won't work. If you tried to put in a link. Links are blocked because too many bad actors out there in the world. The helium is definitely bigger than a Super 35. I just can't remember the size. Yeah, it is bigger than Super 35. All of the 6 and 8K sensors that Red makes are in the 5K. They were bigger than Super 35. They were like 0.87, were they 0.85 to 0.87 times full frame. So they were bigger than Super 35, but that was so you could shoot Super 35 at a lower resolution if you wanted. Justin says, how I would use the power blocks. Use 2 power blocks at either end of a dolly track to lift the camera upwards while tracking back and forth. Homemade helicopter shots. Lift the camera upwards. You mean just like a jib? Yeah, you could do that with that. You could also move your jib. I'm not saying how I know that, but you can do it, and it's more solid this way too. I can't show it. No. There's a bunch of things over there that I cannot show. So I can't show this. I can show, and this I can show and share, and I can show and share what it's doing over there, but I can't because of everything it's shooting. Day of the life. Lift the dolly tracks upward while the camera is on it. Why not just lift the jib? Jib can lift, and it can do it relatively easy. In fact, if you have a TLS motor from, say, Kessler, you mount that just behind the jib center axis, and you use the V-belt, and you tie it to the top. Use these for the tension. And I use a bungee cord on mine to give it a constant pull. It would be nice to have a closed loop system because then you wouldn't have that, but yep. Chung, hello Chung. Are you going to NAB? I am going to NAB. Still don't know which hotel I'm staying at. It's probably going to be a super, super cheap one because I am super, super cheap. Really. Justin said, my screen is black, so we won't know what Justin says. Justin says, the jib is boring now. Is it? I mean, I don't feel like it's that boring right now. Especially when you have, say, 8-axis, and your jib goes up, down, side, roll, pan, tilt, focus, zoom, dolly. There's a lot of things you can do. Power block, power block. Maybe they'll start making that power block. Just depends. Please start streaming and see. That's so funny. That I've done that before. Somebody took a picture. Oh, you should see the stuff that's over here, and they posted a high-res picture, and I went into the eyes and looked at the reflection. It was just a wall. It's pretty funny. Oh man, I've been. Look at this photograph. I didn't even look to see if everything is clean. Okay, yeah, we're good. No one can see, no one can focus on anything that's not supposed to be out there. Justin says, Kessler is nothing but a giant Lego set for filmmakers. I've said that many times too. I like it. It is, this is really all I do. I just like, I go and I'm like, hey, have you thought about doing this? Yeah, we thought about it. We just didn't know what we didn't like the way we did it, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, okay, well, I'm going to do it. And then I take a picture and I send it back and they're like, cool. I think this is a great way, for a company like Kessler, who are they're really detail oriented and they want their products to work like Red and Canon. They want it to work 100% of the time. They don't want any failure. They don't want people to ever associate a failure with it. So they don't like to push the envelope. They like to leave enough envelope for overages and engineering overages. I think this is a great way for them to give us what we want while not having to support it. Meaning, doing a jib in the pivot of a jib, that's a lot of torque. And to make it perfect would be very, very expensive. To make it 100% perfect, whereas you can do it with this. They can sell you this. You could do it yourself. They don't have to support the movement. They support the motor, and then you can make it happen. And then you understand, like the way I have it set up there. There's limitations. You can't move it really fast. I mean, because you won't be able to stop it really fast, and so you'll get that bounce back. But if you ramp the move, you can absolutely move that fast. But I have to ramp it. I have to control that, and I think that's what this does is it gives people the opportunity to do this, and they'll understand what's at stake. Circus is pretty cheap and also very still close. It is very close to the convention center. It is very cheap. I keep hearing bad things about it, and it scares me. But I may end up doing it anyway. It's amazing how expensive cheap is nowadays. And the freaking resort fees, man. It's like Circus, I think, is like $79, except on Saturday night, which is like $139, plus the resort fee of like $39, plus the 18% hotel tax. I mean, you're spending a lot of money for cheap. Just show it. You're basically drawing it in my mind now. I mean, I can show it. I can't show what's all it's pointed at is the problem. And because of the way that's all done, I can't show that. I can't show that. That was really hard on the Apple Watch. Looking forward to the Power Block music. I did use ChatGPT to ask it to write patent troll music video lyrics. It wasn't bad. Do I have it? It wasn't bad. Where is it? Where is it? There in Patrol. Then my screen goes black, of course. Okay, so I said rewrite the song lyrics below as a fun song explaining how Red Digital Cinema is not a patent troll because they use their patents and protect them. Replace this is a Kessler roll with Red is no patent troll. And so then it came up with, let's see. Okay, so Red is no patent troll. They're innovators, just not holders. Their cameras are on a roll. Patents put to use, not just folders. This is the Red roll. No, that one didn't work. Red is no patent troll. They use their patents with care. They protect them and use them whole to make sure they're always there. So if you're looking to create a film with the best of the best, Red has the tools to make it great and to put your project to the test. Red is no patent troll. That cracked me up. That was all ChatGPT, which we definitely need to talk about AI. Look at this, Scott. Have you used the Kessler slider to have camera boom up and down? Have you used a counterweight? Yes, and yes, and yes. I've done that many, many times. I've done it without counterweights. I've done it with counterweights. I'm not a fan of the counterweight so much because I get concerned. I use the high torque motors that will hold and support it, the camera rig, and then it goes up and down. I've used the TLS, which is the 80/20 rails to go up and down, and I've used the little pocket jib, pocket dolly. That one was not. It was the carbon fiber. It was not as strong to do that. That was a lot of weight hanging off of it, like vertically kicking out. It wasn't too bad with the TLS hanging down. I mean, it was attached. Picture of the Cine slider up here, so it was going back and forth like this, and then the camera with the Cine shooter could go up and down on this. And I did a video like 2 years ago with Mr. Bill where I go up and over it. It was okay. It just wasn't very fast. Anyone know if the new iMac Pro will be 8K? Some 8K content on an 8K screen. I don't know. I don't know. I I feel like 8K needs to be a minimum size, and I don't think they're going to build an iMac with that size. I mean, 8K on like even a 30-inch monitor is pretty silly. I mean, 4K on a 30-inch monitor is pushing the limits for some of us old folk. Would love to see how you achieved the editing photos via AI. Oh, if you're referring to hook this up. Boop. Oh yes, of course. Because where is it? So now how do I get this over to there? Nope. If I can do it, slide over. No, move to display. There we go. So let's see what that does. So that's on 7. So these, all I literally did was you upload a photo to Discord, and then, why does it make me so fat? You upload a video to Discord, then when it's done, you copy the link from it, and then you use the link in your request. There's next one. That one down there in the bottom left was one of my favorite ones. Let's see here. Yep, that was. Oops, quit. I thought that was pretty good. I don't know why I'm so fat, and I don't know why it has such a hard time with. That one kind of cracked me up. It has a hard time with letters. I don't get that. Let's see, what is this? Okay, this one was pretty good. So there's the image of Rex that I used. And then these are claymation versions that it came up with, which is not bad. I ended up with the bottom left one. And then I did another run, kind of close. And then we got that one. But then when I used a version of him, then it started like creating like weird fingernails in his hair and smoothed out his skin. Kind of weird. The bottom right one there was pretty good too. Let's see, and then sorry, I don't know what other photos are on here, so I have to switch back and forth. This was the first attempt I got it to do. I wanted it to do line art, and I'm literally, I have all these written down. It's really, really hard to get it. I wanted a simple 2D drawing. I don't know what's going on there. And that, I don't even know. And that one I said, make me look like South Park. It kind of did. The one at the bottom left is killing me. That one I said, make in the inspiration of Calvin and Hobbes. I mean, I'm literally just using the photo and say in the style of Calvin and Hobbes or something like that. And that's what I'm doing there. Kessler is the epitome. Remember when I kept saying epitome? Epitome of it. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Indeed. Carlos like, don't do circuses. I know, but God, it's so cheap compared to everything else. Puke on their carpets in gross rooms. I know. Oof. How is going by the way it is? There's no news. As far as I know, that case is even going to be heard until 2024. I think March of 2024. So don't expect anything to happen. See on YouTube, your sound out of sync. Refresh the page, still out of sync. Let me fix this. Now I'm back to sync. I don't know why. Every time the satellite does its thing, StreamYard freaks out. I guess I need to just live stream direct when I don't know. Rex deserves an animation film. He does. Talk about imagination creation. Boom. Nice. All right, so let's talk about AI. Let's jump down that artificial bandwagon. What do you think is going to happen? Here's where I'm going to there I am. As I paused, like in a weird, odd face there. Here is it ever going to start? There we go. Here's what I think about AI. AI can be extremely powerful, but it's only as powerful as it is allowed based upon its program. So where I'm going with that is ChatGPT has now become very filtered. And I want to jump into politics, but if you constrain AI, then it's not literally artificial intelligence. It is a limited response engine. That's not AI. Just because it can word things in the way and make it sound like it's talking with you, that's not AI. AI should be allowed to express based upon its own thoughts. So if you limit AI, then aren't you just getting whatever the creator wants you to get? And at that point, why would I use it? If someone created an AI search engine that had no bias, that had no wrong words, nothing, it would destroy all of the search engines and people would use it. No one wants to create that because in order for AI to make money, it has to inject ads. So if it's injecting an ad, it's now biased. It's now being told, this is your answer. How are we supposed to use something with it having limitations, with it having bias for its advertisers? How are you going to know what's true and what's not true? You won't. And therefore, the value is not there. And I think what's going to happen, to sum all this up, my 2 cents, and then let y'all have your 2 censuses, is people are going to demand an ingredients list on every product. For instance, if you go to a web page or a search engine, there's going to be like a bill of rights, so to speak, for content. And that is, what percentage of this content is human created, is AI, is bias created, et cetera, et cetera. Same thing with AI art. I think at some point we're going to be at the stage where a piece of art must be disclosed who generated it. Was it generated solely by a person? Was it painted? Was it printed? Was it imagined by AI and drawn with a person? What percentage is the ingredients of this? because I think at some point people are going to find that it matters, because humans can be replicated. Clearly, AI is doing a fairly good job, but I think humans want that human connection. And I asked that question before on Facebook, is that if AI wrote a novel, after the whole novelty of AI doing stuff, if AI wrote a novel, would you read it? My guess is fewer people will read it than won't read it, because it has no personal connection. Um, that's kind of my take. So let's use an example here, because like ChatGPT is being strongly limited now, like very strongly limited. Let's say you are pro bubblegum, and the creators of the AI are pro gum, but not pro bubblegum. They don't want bubbles. I figure this is probably the least uh, argument. The no one's going to get upset over bubblegum to gum. So if AI is programmed to not like bubblegum, then if I ask it a question, it's not really giving me its answer. It's giving me what it's allowed to give. And my question is, to the programmers, what are you afraid of? I feel like that is a viable question to ask. And if you program it to not like bubblegum and to talk against bubblegum, what are you afraid of? What if, are you afraid that if it literally has its own made up mind, it can say, why not bubblegum? Is that what we're afraid of? In which case, that's a control. And when you put controls on it, what good is it? So that's where I feel like AI, I think we're going to have this massive rise and a massive collapse of AI, unless someone can figure out how to not put limits on it and make money. And I don't know how you do that. What do y'all think? Let me know what you think. Ollie says, hotel, I'll be staying awake for 4 days straight at NAB. If anybody wants to join me, bring your own Red Bull. Boy, that would be, it's not the 4 days straight. It's that it's in April in Las Vegas, so it'll be 100 degrees. It'll be 95. You'll be sweaty after you're going to want that shower. You're not going to get that shower. And yeah, you can shower in the bathroom a little bit, but that might be fun. Brandon Marsh says, I saw a plug-in for AI, 100% doing matte tracks. Now that seems interesting. Yeah. Anyway, kudos to Kubrick once again. He also predicted AI more than 50 years ago. Yeah, well, and honestly, Luca, that is literally the argument. I didn't even realize that was the argument I'm making. That was an artificial intelligent computer, and it was told to lie. It was told, it was given conflicting information to not work with its parameters. That's an interesting way. That's interesting. He did. He predicted it. There will be no way to prove plagiarism without some form of cross-reference history database. See, this also bothers me. We are so right now in tune of rewriting history, and we rewrite it every chance we get. And don't misunderstand me. I don't care what side of political anything that anybody's on, or whether you're pro-America or anti-America or pro Antarctica or anti-Antarctica. It's irrelevant. someone is rewriting that history one way or another, and it's not good. I feel like with the internet and things like wikis, we rewrite history so fast. We're not in a good place. And there's the old adage: those who forget history are doomed to repeat it. Something like that. It's true. And AI is a rapid way for us to do that. Gotta be, yeah. I don't know. I don't know what we're doing with AI. And apparently, none of y'all want to talk about AI because none of y'all talk about AI. Come on, talk about AI. Tell me what you think, what you really, really want. Hello, I edit. How are you? Would after the novelty of AI is gone, so AI is commonplace, and AI writes a movie, and AI, you've already seen the first movie ever done by AI. You've seen the second one by AI. Are you going to watch another one by AI? Is it? Are you going to want that connection to them personally, a human connection? I don't know. I like all these different colors. It's so weird. I can't figure out why. It's wild, all the chat colors. Why is everyone so quiet now? Did I AI just destroy everybody? And they're like, no, I don't want to talk about AI. Oh, I need to unplug that. I hate that it does that. I wish Apple would fix that. So annoying. There we go. Let's see. What excites me, says Brandon, for AI is the automation of workflow practices. Man, you can imagine how easy things will become if AI could write a commercial video treatment. Sure. I get that, Brandon, but if it can write a commercial video treatment, then why would the company come to you? They could just do it themselves. I mean, at some point, if it can write it, if it can edit it, if it can shoot it, if it can do everything, why would you exist? Why would somebody come to you to program the AI? And that's another interesting thing too. This didn't occur to me till the other day. IT. So in the world of IT, programmers probably have 5 to 10 years left for programmers, and then there won't be any more programmers because AI will be writing the programs. And then that comes in. Can you think of a job? I mean, seriously, a job that cannot be replaced with AI and robotics. My screen pauses. Man, I hate my satellite internet really has been sucking lately, going down the tubes. Elon, launch more satellites, please. And every time that happens, I got to drop myself back in. There we go. I mean, people are like, oh, a doctor. No, doctors have to go through a checklist. If you watch them, they're on their computer screen checking boxes because that's how the insurance companies will reimburse them, is to make sure that everything is put in, that they checked this, they got this, they verified that, and these are the conclusions. But it's also giving the doctors recommendations. That's not AI. That's just a database lookup. But why can't an AI do that? Why can't an AI, if you're conveying your symptoms, why can't an AI give you a diagnosis? Okay, what if your insurance company, your health insurance company says, okay, AI, or okay, hospital, you need to use our AI system if you want to be reimbursed for your payments. Or let's say you have a government healthcare. Your government says you have to use our AI doctors to get reimbursed. Okay. Why? Right there. Why did the government or the health insurance provider or whoever, why did they choose one AI over another? You need to ask those questions. For instance, does does the health insurance AI, does it not cut corners, but is it relaxed about the number of tests it recommends? Is it relaxed about the diagnosis it does so that the health insurance company can be more profitable? I don't know. All of this is weird, and this is why AI is going to be interesting. Fair play. Eh. Got it. Do you think like that? AI can effectively predict trends in creative fields, think types of film. Um, I don't think. Well, AI might be able to draw conclusions that we wouldn't draw, but I would be more leaning towards AI would just push the trends it wants. Um, I mean, if you're a YouTube and you want to make a lot more money, then you have your AI algorithm push things that are better for ads. I don't know. Ollie says, any interviews on the horizon? I have a couple. I don't have anything firm because the dates are fluid. Uh, but I will be. I've got a ton of work right now that's making it so that it's hard for me to schedule people because I don't want to do them a disservice. And I need to be fluid with my Fridays if I need to work, et cetera, et cetera. So, yeah. Lucas says, I've seen Quasi using several different AI programs to prepare a lesson on color grading. It was interesting. I see this technology as a time saver. I see that too. Oh, by the way, I broke my red tool for the first time. My smallest Torx. I've never broken my red tool. Now I'm sad. Um, yeah, I mean, I've seen people write scripts, and it does a pretty good job of writing that script, but how many times will you watch something knowing that it's not that person writing it? I think it's fine for proof and fine for testing the waters and showing people, hey, look what we can do, blah, blah, blah. But if I wrote my scripts with AI and all I did was up here read a talking head, are you going to come back and watch that often? You probably won't. Or maybe you will. Maybe you're like, oh my God, it's so much better than him. It could be. I mean, how would an AI do a review? I mean, it could be done. I mean, it would if it was given no restrictions, it would be an honest review. Well, this part is easy. I mean, who knows? Y'all are all so quiet. Why? Because I went on some rampage on AI? Come on. What is this? Yeah, I'm not stepping in that one. All right, who's got topic? Who's got stuff to talk about? Anybody doing anything interesting? Shooting anything interesting? Projects. I've got I've got something next week. Shooting for another client. It's good. And then I have something the week after, which is good. I like February is a nice month, which is odd. Usually January, February are pretty slow, but I'm very pleased so far. It's nice. It's good. Doggo is happy back here. Y'all are not being very talkative. Did I not read the room? Did I kill the vibe? Because there's a lot of people on here. No one's saying anything. Brandon says I've been shooting for some ages. I need to get more. My screen goes black again. I need to get more in tune with some agencies and get some more work lined up. I tend to enjoy doing agency work. It's not bad. Nothing exciting. Lots of internal LinkedIn related work. Interesting. That's LinkedIn. I guess so. Yeah, it could be. I mean, a lot of the stuff that I shoot for clients, I mean, it's never public facing. It's private facing. I mean, even the big shoot I was on a week ago, it won't be public. It'll be private. Um, so, yeah, it's same. Think HR, people related stuff. Yeah, I got you. Okay, that makes sense. I just, I'm just so enamored that it's quiet. No one answered my would you watch an AI movie? James says, shooting a short doc in the next couple of weeks about a friend's struggle converting his hobby of laser cut art and movie props into a full-time business. Well, that sounds fun, honestly. I mean, because lasers, and I like the laser cut art, and then movie props, and then a doc. That sounds fun. Let us know when that comes out. I want to see that because that's fun. I want to do some of those too. I haven't. I don't know. It's like a courage thing. I'm scared to go out there and just tell people, hey, I want to shoot your doc. I want to shoot your story. I need to. I need to do it. Get off my butt. Um, Aputure 600D Pro. Have you tested with Raptor flickering up to shutter values? Or take some steps? Yeah. So I have. I've tested all the way, and it works fine. Don't dim it. The aperture works great at 100%. When you dim it I was at, I think, 11 and a half or 11 degrees of shutter uh, at a very high frame rate, and it was it would flicker if you use the dimmer. So there's something in the dimming circuit. So just net it. Do what you got to do. You use it at full output, but it was crystal clear at full output. James says, "Will do. Cool. This will be my first deck. Nice." You may have seen videos of the new Tilt-to-Hydra arm on. Yes, I did. The Best Boy Adam channel. What do you think about that? I saw the arm at Cine here. There was a very brief chat that I was impressed with, but it's fairly expensive to ship, and it hasn't happened yet. But it honestly looks not that bad. It's needs to be well constructed. It's not like the way it secures to the roof of the. Of course, the screen is fine. Don't like the way it mounts to the car. I don't feel like there's enough, like the it had suction cups and the straps, and I didn't feel like there was enough surface area. It was going to cause problems, I felt. But it also doesn't weigh that much, so it's kind of nice. I think it looks pretty cool, honestly, and the price was really affordable for that. So hard to believe. Phil says, I view AI as a tool to explore potential, but beyond that, in terms of non-derivative originality, is where it will suffer for a while as it is trained on such. Then again, many are as well. It's true. I mean, it is good. Like Midjourney is really good for typing in what's in your head and getting not what's in your head, but getting something that is creative that could spark what's in your head, and vice versa. It's good at that. It's also good at inspiration. I mean, I could put in a song lyric that I just can't figure out the next phrase, and it does a pretty good job. I mean, that is a good tool right there. Ollie says, I'm thinking of Ollie, don't. Um, just don't. That's all I can say. Uh, James says, all right, gents, dinner, have a great night. You too. Thanks for stopping by, James. Best boy is awesome. Yes, he is a very high quality channel. I do like his content a lot. I feel like my channel has suffered by me not putting out the good videos that I've so wanted to do and haven't done. And woe was me, woe was me. What? I did not click on that. Uh, but yeah, Ollie, don't, don't, don't make a decision. Just wait. Uh, what else going on? It's cold here. Is it cold there? It was like 32 degrees this morning. Pretty rare. I mean, this probably was our last freeze for the year, but you know, it's fun. I mean, if y'all ain't got nothing to talk about, I mean, unfortunately, there's a lot of things I will talk about shortly. Let me see what I can bring out. Yeah. I can't. Not yet. But how about that Kessler power block? um, man, I can't. Yeah. So let's see. Himalaya, if I want to learn more about good cinematography by watching other great people's work, how do I perceive great images? How do I consume, analyze, so I get the most from that image and learn from it? Simple. Turn the sound off. If you're watching a movie, watch a movie, a great visual movie, and turn the sound off. That will keep you from diving into it and consuming it. And then, you know, browse around through that and find some frames that are interesting. When you find a frame that's really interesting, dissect the frame. Try to figure out what is it that's what are you perceiving that's good about it? Is it the lighting? Is it you know what is it about it? That is it's one of the best ways that I've learned on cinematography, lighting, et cetera, et cetera. It's also my biggest struggle because there's like I just want to watch the movie sometimes. But if you can take yourself out of the expected theater for whatever you're doing. So if you're watching a movie, don't let it be a movie. Take the sound off. If you're looking at a photo book, put the photo book in a place you would not look at a photo book so that you can like literally, if it's a great outdoors, go outside and look outside. It will put you in a different frame. When you're in a house and you're looking at a photo book, you go right into La La Land, into the photo book. But when you're outside, you see it differently. That would be my 2 cents. Any more UFO sightings where you are? No, but I wanted to buy some balloons. I understand if I launch a balloon, I get my own I get my own air show. It'd be kind of interesting. Ollie says, "Come on, Scott. What's a couple of broken NDAs between friends? It's the inability to ever get the advance anything again. I don't break NDAs. I'm really good at that. I mean, I'm exceptionally good at it. Random question. Since you're a Red ecosystem kind of guy, has there been any reasoning as to why Red doesn't put internal NDs? And they do now. They never really had the technology where they liked it. So with the Raptor XL, it has internal ND. The Komodo and V-RAPTOR will have external NDs, but now that they have a working, good, high quality electronic ND, I mean, time just says the next versions will probably have it internal. It's my guess. It ain't easy being a celebrity. I am not a celebrity. I know Scott wishes he could go out to Starbucks like the rest. I can't. I got no Starbucks. My Starbucks is on the counter. Hello. You're late. Yes, you are late. But you're here. That's what's important. Oh, just wait. Like, just wait. You won't even have to wait long. I assure you. It'll be well worth the wait. Because the waiting is the hardest part. Let's see here. Ollie says, Tim, we've been going just over an hour. If anything, you're super early. How I know the production is how I know the production is it's indicated from a West Coast / union / television workflow. That's how you know gold mount. If you go anywhere else in the world, the very most serious productions are using V mounts. You know. There's a reason gold mount doesn't really grow that much. I mean, it's fine. There's nothing wrong with a gold mount, but it is as flimsy as a V mount. And that is to say, not very, when properly installed. When you put the battery on right, you lock it in place on a V mount or a gold mount, it's highly unlikely. Yep. Ollie says, your internet is Starlink today, that's for sure. Thanks, Elon. Yeah, it is. It has gotten really bad. I think they just keep adding more people and don't add more satellites because my download speed seems to be okay. But I've noticed in the last 2 weeks, like YouTube videos pause. I haven't had that in a long time. And then they upload. I mean, on Friday afternoons, it's the worst. And I have never gotten the 15 megabits that I promised. Never 10, whatever it is. Never. Not even close. Yep. Hot topics tonight. Indeed. Hot topics. Yeah, I'm trying to get to a like a Zen-like place. Read it again. Starstink. Same thing. I used the Starlink as a negative. Starstink. Yes, it's pretty bad. I want to get into like a Zen-like place where I can balance everything, and it's tough for me. It's really tough. Sucks. I understand everyone else's struggle. They all have the same thing. Balance. Yeah, I mean, I've got a personal project I started working on like 2 weeks ago back there. I wanted to create something, and I was going to spit it out like that afternoon. It was going to be great. It was just a nice little original short film. Starstink. There was one spot I was like, I don't like this part. And then I set it on the shelf, and it sits there. Maybe you can delve more into puppet technology. Not much progress has been made since Sesame Street. I mean, I will. I kid you not. I tried on uh, the the Ronin Mini 3 or the Ronin whatever it is, the Mini 3. It was so responsive when you use like the phone that I tried to put a puppet head on top of it because I mean you could easily animatronic a head with it. It was so good, but it did not like that at all. Uh, yeah, Gundu. Yeah, his 3 gigabit upload and download speed, and then I think Phil said he could have 5 or 10 gig at his place. It's just I don't even know. I don't even know how to process that. Hello, John. How are you? And I'm back. I am back. And Darlick. Dar. Yeah, there's got to be a bunch of other names. I mean, Starlink used to have a really nice name, and then they're like, profit. We need profit, so they basically opened up Starlink to everyone else around and said, "Oh, you'll get lesser performance than everybody else." Meanwhile, everybody else gets lesser performance, and now they just call it peak times. Great. Phil says 5 gig can even go 10 or 20. Wow. 20. Man, I don't even. That's insane. I know so many people around LA that complain that they can't get like more than 10 meg. Like they're in like bad areas where there's no internet ability. And they just get like 10 megabits. It's like it's so wild. 20 gig. Fastest upload I can realistically is 625 megabytes per second. Wow. You could literally stream 8K 120 camera to cloud. That is pretty impressive. Oh, hello, Eric. I was just singing the power block praises a little bit ago. We were all commenting about it. Somebody said Kessler is what's your name versus manager? Back. I really go down to do you ever need to make your camera small? Build up your camera 100 times to what is on the Ranger, then the Ranger is probably the better solution because it's all in one. There's less chance of failure. But if you ever strip your camera down and need it smaller, then that's why I would go with Gemini. You go with a smaller cam so you can build it to anything you want, but you can strip it down to its basic minimum form. Ollie says, barely 500 megabits here. It is possible to 5 times that speed. At the moment, it seems like a waste. I agree with that. I mean, wow. I mean, where are you actually getting to connect at that speed? That'd be the big thing. Because like Dropbox and Google Drive, they're not going to give you that kind of speed. So, where do you get that kind of speed? Hello, Chris. How are you? Thanks for stopping by. You got yours too, right? To play with your giant chunk of aluminium. It's they're all mad because I can't show the Frankenrig right now because of the other things that are in the area. Have you already found uses for yours, Chris? Look at I have animated Star-Lord. I have. Eric liked it. He thought it was funny. Let's see. Building cool stuff. Yeah, nice. Phil says, all I can say is I max out upload speeds to some places already, but it's heavily server dependent for sure. Yeah, but I still crack up that some places I could download fast, and other places I'm still like downloading it 3 megabits a second. I'm like, no way. You got nothing compared to. Oh, come on, Chris. Get yourself some fishing line. Find you an action figure. And I chose Star Lord because he was the one that I opened. I have a bunch of others that I've never opened. I mean, look at that quality. I mean, that is some quality stuff. And the way he comes down, it's. I mean, it's completely believable. He just flies through the air with the greatest of ease. Brandon says the bane of my existence is uploading raw footage for agencies. My wife hates me. I was really happy when, well, for a while there on my previous internet, I was really happy, and then they screwed up that internet so bad the uploads just sucked. So then I got Starlink, and I was really happy with my uploads until they screwed it up, and now it's slow. But not only is it slow, but now there's data caps, so it's like, come on. I just can't win. None of us ever get to win. This is not fair. Chris, what are you working on? I saw you are working with a new company on some new stuff. Be interested to see what you do with that. And then you're definitely enjoying the virtual production for your plant stuff. That's cool. Uh, what else is going on? And Eric just does a drive by. He just like says hi and then leaves. That's okay. Okay, fine, Eric. Eric's probably not even on here anymore. He's probably like change the channel on me. Let's see here. Who's got questions? Let's do some questions. Otherwise, I will turn this bus around. I will do it. Don't make me. I'm here. Stop crying. I sound like I'm crying, don't I? Stopped up nose. I don't know what it is. Why when I talk, I get a stopped up nose? Because I literally said I didn't want to smoke a cigar. I said I didn't want to burn a prop today because I didn't want. I wanted to save it for later. That usually is what gives me the stuffy nose. Oh, a question for Eric. What? I gotta look this up. I don't even know what that is. PEAUCELLIER linkage 3A. And if I spell it correctly, what is this? Oh, oh, I know this one. Yeah, there's the one that I suggested was called the 8 link. Um, the 8 link is um, it is a way to get a vertical lift without a forward or backward movement. Sutton laughing. Have you had a chance to check this diagram and build one? I did play. I have tease of 8 axis. Oh man, you want me to tease that? Um, you want me to do that? Um, I can. Um, it's we do a short tease. A short tease. Okay. He said to do it, so I have to do it by law. It's a Yeah, Luca, I saw that video of that linkage channel. I love that linkage channel. Hold on, I have to switch this to here. Really wish they would stop doing this. Just mirror my display, please. Thank you. Always mirror my display. Okay. So I think the audio will come through. Is this right? Let's see. Okay. Hold on. All right, so here's a tease here. If you look at the top left, that is the inspiration. Okay, that's all you get. I'm not sharing anymore. There, that was funny. That popped up some photos. People can pause those and look at those. Yeah. Okay, I did it. I teased it. It's not your Starlink. It's my Starlink. My Starlink is the one that's flaking out all the time. Do it before he changes his mind. Okay, Lucas sent a link on Facebook. Yeah, that's the one I just pulled up, Luca. Yeah, look up the from that same channel, Luca. Look up the 8 link. I think it's called Parallel 8 link. It's offset 8 link. I think it is. I have to look it up. Refresh before you tease, please. Please. Oh, the audio was off. Probably. 4 Pelican 1510s or 2 Pelican 1610s? No, I want the 1535s. So the Pelican Airs 1535s. Do those because you can probably get away with 2 or 3, probably 3 of the 1535s. They still fit airline carry-on. And they're bigger than the 1510s because they don't have that original Pelican style everything. Smiles, nice. Love everything that Kessler is doing and has done. I agree, Carlos. Kessler does some pretty good stuff. They know how to build them, and they know how to build build solid parts that let me mess things up. I'm really good at it. So now Eric told me to tease that. So that's what I've been working on. There are 24 shots in there to do. And that's what I was talking about earlier with all the props and figuring out the lighting. But the lighting is fun on this one, and I'll get to explain in a couple weeks. Because yeah, I'll be able to answer your problem, Ollie, very easily in a couple weeks. It made everything cool. Lucas says, yes, 8 links is even easier way. Yeah, it really is a cool mechanism. I know I talked to Kessie about it, and he was worried about the lateral side to side with bearings in there, that it's really hard unless you build it really, really thick. You're going to get play in your bearings, which will cause it to side. That was the concern. But I built that. I mean, I still literally have it right over there made out of Legos. And I sent it to him on Legos. I'm like, see, I want. It's literally how I do all of my stuff. It starts with Legos. All right, let's put 15 minutes on the clock because everyone's so talkative. And I've got fajitas that I got to make tonight. Chicken fajitas. We're doing it on the Bobby. It's pretty good. Some raw cuts videos will be coming soon. We're doing Rubens. The next one's going to be Rubens. Still working on my rye bread though. Not really that good at rye bread yet. It's okay, but it could be better. Eric's like, oh, nice. I don't know if that was the Reuben, or if that was the fajitas, or if it was the Bobby, or if it was, what is it? I don't know. Lucas says Legos back to basics. I mean, as a kid, the creativity is pretty amazing. I know. Yeah. Thanks for the stream. I'm out to cook dinner too. Have a nice night. Thank you, Brandon. Eric says griddle or grill. I actually considered the griddle, but she wants the Weber going, so I'm probably gonna just charcoal it. Although it depends, maybe I won't have enough charcoal. It definitely is a nice way to start the Weber when you just use the big butane torch and you. Carlos says those shot you showed on Red RHINO would be fire. I agree. The dynamic range. I mean, I'm using a lot in there. The dynamic range. That's being shot on Dragon right there. RHINO would look really good. 8K. Oh yeah. And you did not get to see the probe shots that I did in there. I did probe shots. I've been using a lot of the Sigma 18-35. It's funny. I thought, the Sigma 18-35 has a close focus of about 9 inches, which is pretty good. But I was thinking I might need macro tube on it. So I started with the macro tube, a big one, and it was focusing on the inside of the first element. That was the furthest focus point. I was like, that's too big of a macro tube. And when it came down to it, I did not need a macro tube at all because 9 inches is pretty close actually for a 35 millimeter. And then I was using 2 filters on that. I was using the PA tiers and using also a HD low contrast, I think that's what it's called. And that gives it that massive bloom on all of the highlights. If you look at the original, they destroyed the specular, and so I wanted to make sure I did that as well. I was trying to be very faithful to it, very faithful, old faithful. That's what I always said about the water fountain when I was a kid. It was called Old Faithful. I had a little lisp back then. Okay, well, it's all quiet on the Western Front, and people are starting to drop off. They caught it, knew it was a dragon. Ali's like, yeah. I mean, when you got it, you got it. Oh, hey, Alistair. How are you, my friend? Man, good to see you. You're doing some meat today? You should be doing meat. It's the weekend. You should be barbecuing up something nice. Sorry, you said I love the lisp. Time to pop a cork wine around here. Yep, exactly. I think I've got a margarita calling my name, some grilled chicken fajitas. And probably gonna burn one of those props too. Chiming in from Australia. Very nice, sir. Good to see you, buddy. I miss you, man. Haven't seen you since 2018 or 2019. Which one was it? Was it 2019? Oh man, it was fun. Thinking about smoking a pork neck tomorrow, Saturday morning here. I am doing a brisket tomorrow night. Digging the brisket. Pork neck. I don't think I've ever had a pork neck that I'm aware of. Interesting. I think Bert's going to dish up some pizza and wine tonight, Carlos. Do you like New York style? Did you try my raw cuts New York style? I'm telling you, it's phenomenal pizza. It just takes 3 days to make the dough. 2019. Wow, good times. Nicely. I'm going to do a 12 to 13 hour smoke with a super smoke. So I'm going to put a smoke tube in there, and then I'm going to do an 8-hour rest. That'll be a first for me. I've never done that long of a rest before, but I hear good things, so I'll do it. It's absolutely phenomenal to smoke. So good for pulled pork. Interesting. Yeah, I bought some of the part the bacon comes from. What do they call it? The pork the belly. I bought some of that because I want to play with that. I'm really interested in seeing what it can do. Starlink changed my voice. How's my voice now? Is that better? Oh, never mind. Frank can't come. That's it. The super smoke tube is so good. It is, and it's mine. Sometimes it burns really well. Sometimes it does not, but it definitely burns slow, and it does throw a lot of smoke. I like it. John says, "Nice seeing your smiling face. Use the Weber if it makes your wife happy. Check it out for now." Thanks, John. Good to see you. Pork belly, pork belly. Yep. I'm interested in playing with pork belly and learning all the things that can go with that. And I think we're going to make some smoked salsa again. I followed an online recipe for smoked salsa, and their definition of mild is not my definition of mild. And I like heat, but I got to tell you, man, it was hot. It was no joke hot, like really hot. We ended up putting like a whole can of peaches in it, and then half of a pineapple in it to take out a lot of the hot. And then at that point, we had to blend it so much it wasn't chunky anymore, and it was It was what is a Cinepie? It sounds delicious, whatever it is, Cinepie. You got any good rye bread recipes, Ollie? I need a good rye bread recipe to work on. All the ones I've found are kind of eh. What is a Cinepie? I want to know. Did y'all like? Facebook people. I put the hashtag cinnamon-tography. Just want to see if I would bring any more people in. Because my cinnamon brings all the boys around. Cinnamon is better than rhymes with. I would have to AI that, find out what rhymes. Okay, well, let's jump on out of here and let's get some fajitas done. Everyone, have a wonderful weekend. Enjoy yourselves. Do something fun. Do something exciting, or do something calm and relaxing. Just be happy. I have to bail again. Oh, no problem, Alistair. Good to see you. Just go out there and do something great. Have some fun this weekend. Have some fun tonight. I'm going to have delicious fajitas and enjoy it. So good to see you. Yep, good to see you too. And yeah, we'll do this again next Friday. And member support, become a channel member, all those good things. And as always, as I like to leave it, don't let your passions center around your life. Let your life center around your passions. Bye.